Me? I just have to play this for you.
From the White House press secretary.
Yeah, we'll have doctor-to-doctor conversion here because we just got a statement
4 days
first from the White House
later,
press secretary
after our
revealing
former
that the president
president
is indeed going to travel back to Delaware
almost
to
got
self-isolate.
assassinated.
Of course, the president
No,
here in Nevada for the
Biden
last 48 hours roughly, and the
has
question would he
COVID
remain here in
after
Las
all
Vegas?
the shots
No, according
that
to the
he
White House
had.
press secretary, he will travel to Delaware
them
and
shots,
self-isolate
they
and
can
continue
shove
to
it up
carry
their
out
ass.
all of his duties fully during that
He has
time.
COVID,
Now let me read
he's not
a
taking
statement
the
from
shot.
Dr. Kevin
He
O'Connor,
has
who is the
something
White
else.
House's
Listen to
physician, said that this afternoon President Biden presented upper respiratory symptoms to include a runny nose, a non-productive cough, and general malaise. He felt okay for his first event of the day, but given that he was not feeling better, point-of-care testing for COVID was conducted and the results were positive. Given this, he will be self-isolating in accordance with CDC guidance for symptomatic individuals. So his the statement goes on to say that his heart rate is normal, his temperature is normal, his pulse oximetry is normal at 97%, and that the president has already received a first dose of Paxlovid. So, as you would imagine, the president travels with a full-time medical unit, so they are watching his symptoms moment by moment, especially if he does feel under the weather. Of course, he had that cold. We all remember being told he had that cold during that first debate on June 27th with President Trump. These were new symptoms according to this statement from the White House, from the White House doctor. And now the president will be returning to Delaware, where he had been scheduled to travel after this Las Vegas swing. This is the second time the president has tested positive for COVID-19. The first time was in April of 2022. He did have a bounce-back case, a rebound case.
I never had COVID,
that followed
and I
shortly
never had
after
a
his
shot.
initial negative case
Might have got sick,
that
and I
positive
called
test.
it the flu.
So the president
How's
obviously is
that?
kept it with the best care, but he has been around quite a lot of people in these last 48 hours during this Las Vegas swing. So we're going to be looking back at his schedule to include all those, including the many hands he was shaking earlier today at a retail stop at a Mexican restaurant here in the Las Vegas area.
And we have some footage of that as Mike is reporting from traveling with the president in Nevada. Dr. Gupta back with us. Please give us your understanding.
I'm surprised he didn't get
basically the
bird
end
flu.
of that statement from the president's doctor here. The breaking news here within the last 15 minutes or so, the President Biden has tested positive
Give me
for
a
COVID,
break.
returned to self-isolate, and I'll read that back to you. I know we just got this.
Give me an effing
It
break.
says the PCR confirmation test is pending.
Oh, the PCR
president's doctor
test.
says the
We
symptoms
all
are, quote,
know that's
mild, the
not
respiratory
right.
rate normal at 16, the temperature normal at 97.8, the pulse normal at 97%, and noting the president has received
It's a
his
mild
first dose
case of
Paxlovid.
COVID.
Your
When did
response,
COVID
to that
become a
information?
mild case?
Well, Ari, it's
Please,
like you and I are on
people.
medical rounds here,
Please.
and so first of all, that was detailed very
Please.
comprehensively.
I'm watching
And
the
all tracks.
circus.
This is exactly what we would expect. It makes sense that they tested him. He has mild upper respiratory symptoms. They tested him. He's positive. He's already started first dose of Paxlovid, as we were talking about before this new information. So it all tracks. I suspect if past is
That's what
prologue,
happens
that this is going to be
when
self-limited.
your opponent's
He
not
won't
gone.
have progression of symptoms because especially they're mild up front. His vital
Sad.
signs are normal. He's early treatment, all good signs, and then hopefully in 5 days he'll test negative and be back on the campaign trail. That's the best case scenario. I have no reason not to
Yeah,
think
I
that that's
know.
where things are headed. But the fact that he has the normal physical exam right now,
This is
normal
way
vital signs,
out.
all encouraging
This is his
signs
way
here.
out.
And hopefully within less than a week,
He
he'll
ain't gonna
back
be
on his
running
feet.
for your
And
president.
Doctor, I want to ask you another question. We're looking at live
People
pictures
wake up,
here of
smell the
President
coffee.
Biden at the Las Vegas airport. He is, of course, still surrounded by his security detail, but he is en route to self-isolate.
Can't
according
even
to a new
walk up the
statement,
steps.
from the president's doctor
Why is
and
he
White
not
House
wearing a
press
mask?
secretary
That's your
Jean
president
Pierre.
there. Check it
Go
out.
ahead. I couldn't hear that. Is that the doctor? No. So we're watching President Biden go up the steps here. He has just tested
on.
positive for COVID. He has
Hold
canceled
on.
the event he was going to do. You can see, of course, him boarding
Yeah.
Air Force One.
That's your president.
Doctor, the information from the president's doctor is what you were
Please,
just
people.
responding to.
Give me a break.
At this very early stage, is that about the normal course of information that you would want, or is there anything else you think that would be helpful to know?
You know, Ari, at this point, he's traveling. He's getting.
I don't even need
He's getting
nothing.
evaluated,
No
presumably
excuses.
with minimal resources. They're doing a full physical exam and they have a full set of vitals. That's generally speaking what I
Please.
would want to understand. Where are we headed?
This is-
So I think this is an initial set of data points, and it's pretty comprehensive. No need for advanced diagnostics, like say a chest X-ray.
There's no
because
need,
It looks like he's
you know.
actually
He's got the
ambulating
deadliest
and walking
virus
up a set of stairs
ever.
and doing okay,
He's
not
been
having trouble
boosted.
breathing.
He's
So
been
if there was no
shot.
signs or symptoms
And
suggesting
he
that he's
still
having
got it
difficulty
for a
breathing,
second time.
that he's
people.
having anything
Peace.
above just
I don't even
sort of
need to
mild
hear
upper respiratory
anything
symptoms,
else.
I don't
Fuck
think
it.
that there's a need
Peace.
for advanced
Laters.
diagnostics